Fellow tennis nerds, I hope all is well. This is the Dunlop SX 300 and 300 Tour. It is the spin racket from Dunlop. They have the FX for power, the CX for control, and the SX for spin. We have tested two different versions, the Tour version and the 300 version, which is the standard version. These rackets are supposed to give you more spin. They have technology called Vibro Shield. You can see it here on the sides, which is a dampening technology that takes care of vibrations, improves the comfort. They have spin grommets as well, which makes the string move a bit more for better snapback and spin generation. And they come with the standard tech of Dunlop rackets, the Sonic Infinergy, for a better comfort and stability. So that is kind of the tech stuff in these two frames. We have tested them with different strings. This is the Dunlop Explosive Spin String, very good string. And I have done this review together with Sean and Nikki.
Sean, thoughts about the first experience with the Dunlop SX 300s?
Not bad, man. To be honest, both are not too bad, to be honest.
Yeah?
The heavier one for me kind of keeps the ball in and doesn't, you know, fly off the racket, but still the lighter one is slightly lighter, but still nice and stable. And the heavy one can give me a little bit more impact on the ball. Kind of stays with me a little bit longer, maybe because of the weight. But nice, surprisingly nice. I wouldn't usually try a Dunlop racket, to be honest, but
No shape.
Funky.
yeah.
So you expect something a bit weird, you know?
Yes.
Especially because I like to roast rackets. But from the start, from the very first time we tried it, I liked it.
Yep.
Even when it's the black ones and stuff. I actually, if I was to play it, I would play the 300 with weight. But it's nice though, both are nice. But yeah, this without any weight, I can swing it a bit too fast, and then you lose the head.
Yep.
But,
Yeah, you need some weight. It's
yeah,
like
but
quite low
overall, very
swinging.
good, especially for a funny looking racket.
Ooh, that sweet
I think it looks
spot's
pretty
quite-
fresh, actually. I don't mind it. Like, it grows on you, no?
Yeah. No, I don't mind the colours, just this funny.
Yeah, that one,
so
that
nice,
one is, yeah.
Bit funny. But the other colours I don't mind at all. Colours I like.
What do you think about the feel? Like, is it,
Feel again, it's surprisingly when
Feels
you
like
pick
it's
it up,
foam
because it
thin
looks a
almost.
bit odd. I don't know. It's like half E-zone, half like flat beamy type. But
Yeah.
it's nice. I think the sweet spot for me is actually quite big. So it's keeping the ball on the strings in the court when I'm actually swinging fast. Again, probably due to the weight. But like Nikki said, maybe weight up to 300, it might play just as
solid?
nice. Yeah, it's
Yep.
very decent actually. Very decent.
Very happy with the Dunlops.
Yes.
And Henrik also joined in on the previous video we did, which was the blacked out versions of these two frames. They play the same, of course, it's the same racket. They were not like a specific prototype, but you can have some more opinions from that video. Let me know what you think about this racket and the cosmetic in the comments, but let's get into playability and performance. The first hit with these rackets is a pleasant one. Like, I really felt a good connecting with the ball. It's not like an amazing plushness, but you do feel the stability of the frame. The stability is very good. It does have a pretty high stiffness. So if we start with the 300, you can see that it's a competitor to rackets like the Babolat Pure Aero, the Wilson Shift 99, the Yonex V-Core 100, the Head Extreme MP, and the Diadem Axis 100. While the Tour version is a competitor to rackets like Pure Aero 98, Diadem Axis 98, V-Core 98, and the Extreme Pro, or even the new release that we haven't tried yet, the Prince Ripstick 98, which you can read more about on tennisnerd.net. So this is a highly contested category. Spin rackets are becoming more and more hyped. We have seen some pros switch towards spin rackets from their standard control rackets, so I think we will see more and more players move towards this type of racket. Endorsers of this line, they're not many. We had Miomir Kecmanovic, but he's moved over to the FX line, which seems a bit more popular, the power line. I think we have Michael Mo still playing with this one, and the famous coach Patrick Moratoglu is still the endorser of this line, but it's not a super common frame on the ATP or WTA Tour, not because it's a bad racket, but could be sponsorships or whatever. So playability and performance, both very solid rackets. They both actually quite similar frames. When Nicky, Sean and I tried these frames, it was kind of like we switched them, and sometimes when we switched the frames, we didn't know if we had the 300 or the 305. This could be quality control, but 98 square inches and 100 square inches is sometimes not that detectable. It depends. And they were strung the same, and I think they played very similarly. The 98 has a bit of a faster swing, a bit more control. I ended up preferring that one. I think Sean as well in this video preferred that one, while Nicky actually towards the end said he liked the 300. But we actually liked both of these rackets quite a lot. There is one downside, I would say, depending on your style, and that is that kind of launch angle that you get from the Aero 98s, even the V-Core and some other spin rackets is not quite evident here. You don't have that jump of the ball and that kick up in the opponent's face. It feels kind of more like a power racket in that it goes a bit lower over the net than you would imagine from a spin line, with good power, but still with some good control. So I will say that normally I prefer the power line over the spin line, although I've been playing with the Aero trying to groove with that one, but that's generally what I do. But in this case, it was quite easy transition for someone who hits a bit flatter, because they go flatter than you'd think. We did talk about that in our previous review of this when we tried the blacked out frames, and that's still evident. You have to kind of drop the string tension quite a bit to get a bit more launch on the ball. So if you're looking for that, if you're looking for height over net, if you're looking for the kick when the ball bounces, this might not be the line for you. But if you're looking for a slightly higher launch than many missile-like rackets like the ISO 98, for example, where the ball just skids from your hitting contact point, and you want more control than many spin rackets, then this could be one for you. And I must say, the improvement over the predecessors for both the 300 and the 305 is pretty strong. I would say that the comfort is improved, the vibra shield seems to work. I didn't feel any issues with my arm, even at the higher steering tension, and it feels super stable. So stability and comfort, two very important things for recreational players, and that is improved over the predecessor. So there's definitely an improvement made, and we all like these rackets. Actually, Henrik wasn't super sold, but the three of us who play with them more, Sean, Nicky and I, we actually like these rackets a lot. They're very good. Feels natural on the one-handed backhand, even with this kind of oddly designed throat, which is a little bit different to hold. But it feels quite good on the one-hander. Some players are super strict with how the racket take-back feels when you play one-handed, but overall, that extra stability that these rackets provide is quite good when you're not always hitting a super clean one-hander, which I'm not known to do. They're also whippy and fast swinging rackets, and I don't want to kind of single out the models in this review because they play so similarly. I could kind of switch in between them quite effortlessly. Could be good or bad depending on the type of player you are. But there are definitely more differences with the arrows and the axis and even the V-cores when you go between head sizes 98 and 100. Here it was much smaller of a difference, so just good to know. Stability and power, both good, both decent. You can really hit your spots with good control. Nice on volleys, very easy to block the ball because of the stability being better than you would imagine. Not super high swing weights, around 320s strung. Some room for customization, but playable in stock form. Still a pretty whippy racket, so that's probably where maybe the spin category can work, is because it's quite whippy. You can swing it fast and get some racket head speed and spin generation, because the spin is up to you. It's not so much up to the racket, but some players like a bit more of that launch. That's generally what you get from spin rackets normally. Overall, like, the comfort was very good, and that made us kind of gravitate towards this type of string, like the explosive spin being a more crisp, spinny string. I wouldn't put like a mushy string or a very soft string in this myself, because I feel like then the racket would be already a little bit dampened, would make it super dampened. So overall, I'm gonna make more videos about like choosing the right string for the right racket, but this is a racket that plays better in my opinion with a little bit of a crisper string, and I would rather drop the tension than to go for a softer string. Generally, that would be my opinion. So we tried it. Explosive spin, great string. Tour bite worked well. If you want to focus on comfort, Yonex Polytour Pro maybe. Tourline O-Tour Spin, pretty soft. Solinco Mac 10, some new strings that are soft. But with this cosmetic, I just want to point that out, some string colors might not work. Like yellow looks amazing. Black would be fine. Yeah, maybe some blue, but yeah, it's a red or an orange string would not look great in this frame. I would hesitate to put that in there at least. But overall, like, we like these frames from all areas. No massive power on the serve, not a massive kick either, but you got good precision and some pop. So pretty balanced frame, pretty like control oriented for a spin frame. And that would be something that I would gravitate towards, but maybe not everyone. And it's not gonna create the heaviest ball, but it's gonna give you some little bit extra than playing with the CX line, for example. So a nice update. Thumbs up from all of us. We really like this frame. It's not the spinniest, but improved stability, comfort, and just a better racket than the predecessor, to be honest. That was fine, but yeah, that was a bit more raw and a little bit tinny and slightly smaller sweet spot. This one feels semi-generous, actually, for this type of racket. So check him out if this sounds like a racket you could work with, that could work for you. And if you want to purchase them and you want to support Tennis Nerd, you do so through our links and codes on the deals page. We have a deals page on tennisnerd.net. You can use the links in the description as well to Tennis Warehouse Europe, or Tennis Only, which are our partners. And you can purchase anything if you don't want to purchase these rackets, or you want to buy some shoes, whatever. Please use our links. We get a small commission at no extra cost to you. And if you use our discount codes, you get a discount as well. So win-win. And if you're not sure what racket works for you, we have the consultation service on tennisnerd.net. Thanks for watching the review. Have a nice day now, and don't forget to play some tennis.